Hey everyone, this is Ray again. I just wanted to share a project that I'm working on here. It is an outdoor sign for a home for one of my friend's house. And what I decided to do, because I hate trying to finish wood to live outside in harsh winter environments, and that's where we live, is in Wisconsin. It's a very harsh winters up here. And the HDPE is a plastic that is able to withstand the temperatures, the extremes, and have some chance of survival over a few years. And I wanted to see if I can't make this work. This is my first time working with HDPE. That I am using the CIC Workshop plan for last July. I am going to alter this a bit to be more of a sign without the black corners showing. So with this kit, it's relatively inexpensive at the time of this video. When I go to get the components myself, it comes out much more expensive. And I'd rather, if I make a mistake, I'd rather lose out on a smaller amount of money. So Ryan has his own video. When you click here on the link, I'll share the link in the description so that you can play with the file yourself and get the materials. What I'm going to do, what comes in the kit, is these components. It is just the right amount of material to get the job done, and it comes with a glue that is a special glue for HDPE to adhere to itself. It should allow me to get this project completed within a reasonable amount of time. With it, you also get the instructions for the speeds and feeds for a CNC, and I think that's really helpful for someone just starting out to get a project that has already been established. If you're unfamiliar with using O-flute bits, it's always best to get someone else's experience in the speeds and feeds and then see how your machine reacts. I know that typically I need to go 20% lower. I have a smaller CNC. It's a Genmitsu Prover XL 4030 that was upgraded to a 6060. And my machine isn't quite at the level of the prosumer versions of the Onefinity or the Carbide Create Shapeokos. Let me show you what I'm doing and be able to get the original files up here. So when he sends you the file, it does have pretty detailed speeds and feeds. And this is generally going to be for one of the prosumer versions. I'm going to cut these back about 20%. And in G-Sender, when you send the file, you have the option to speed or slow down the bit as you're producing it. So I generally drop them down to about 20% and then adapt the speed as I go along. But what you do is you copy each segment into the plate here and run the job, move the next piece in, copy the components in. So it goes the yellow, the red, then the blue, and then the black. And so what I wanted to do was remove this background to be a little more contrasting colors when you place it onto a, say, a tan or a white home. And that would look like this. So I've created the background. I want to cut this out so that it has holes to be able to mount screws and have a contrast between the black and the white. So what I did was I created an offset around the existing image by 3/8 of an inch, and then I edited the corners to be able to come up with these holes. And I think once I cut it out, it will look much more appealing than leaving this black background. So let me get to work on that, and I will put this together, and we'll see you back in the shop. I went to place them all into the inserts here. And I did use a pocket allowance as recommended by CIC for the pockets to be a negative 0.05, which makes the pocket bigger when you use a negative number. But when um, I go to put them together, they just wouldn't fit. And so what I ended up doing was I sanded down the edges here about a 30 degree, just enough. I just kept sanding until it fit. The hardest one was the blue, uh, just because of the inside corners here. Um, so as I put them together, I'm preparing to make sure that I have everything ready for the glue, because it needs to prepare both sides. And I place this one in here. It just fits in nicely. We have the plastic inserts of the red. Some of these, they feel like they're working fine, but like here, just a little bit off. And if that glue, if they're off and you try to adhere the glue to the backing, it's not going to hold. And so the last thing I want is for pieces to be falling off uh, through the horrible winters that we have here. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking maybe the corners, maybe this corner right here. This one looks like I didn't adapt anything to it. Let me grab my sander and we'll see if we can't get that to fit. Have I said how much I love these Milwaukee tools? The M12 especially. I know people do the M18, but these are really craft-based tools, and I love them. I can't speak enough about them. So this one here doesn't look like it's been done. So I'm going to just take a little bit off at an angle. Let's see how that fits now. It's a tight fit now. It's good. Let me get to gluing these up and seeing how it's going to go. Obviously, I'm going to try the smallest one first because you have to do the solvent, the activator on both sides, and then you apply the adhesive to one side. So I'm going to give that a shot here and get back to you. All right, so we have the glue here. It's sealed. It's taken all, punch a hole. Close it off. I believe that's tight enough. We don't need to glue at this second. But what I'm going to do is, this is a felt tip type pen. I'm going to do the smallest one first. Make sure it's got a wipe. It appears to be a solvent. So both components are done with the solvent. Allow 60 seconds to dry. So let the solvent cure or dry on the material. And we're just going to do a small dot right into this section. Oh, a little more than I wanted, but we will get it going and place it into spot here. Press and hold. 30 seconds. I'm sure with the amount of glue that I put on there, it's going to adhere just fine. I'm a little more curious how I'm going to do this section. I think I'm going to do located at the stars to adhere, a couple of spots. Now let's do this one. The pen. Wait 60 seconds, and so on. I'm going to go through. I'm most likely going to do one side, one side. I might do three. It all depends. I want to do about an inch in between. So I'm going to give that a shot. These appear to be holding very well. I'm just going to wipe these down, these larger ones, make sure I have no debris inside. Wipe down the backside. Let's get some solvent on here. One for sure here. Let's get the rest of this done and I'll get right back to you. And after all the gluing and sanding, I got it all together and glued up, and I think it came out pretty good. It was an easy project from the perspective of everything is there for you to put together and cut out. But at the end of the day, you can change it to be what you like it to be. And overall, I love the CIC workshop projects, and it helps me understand how to use the materials that are here at hand. Okay. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll be coming up with other videos coming up soon. Thanks.